Hi, Brian Boswell here, Clean Slate Films. Wanted to give you a little update, a little information on about what Clean Slate Films is. It's two things primarily. It is a production studio, so we make our own films. For instance, Clean Slate Films is right now in the development of a movie called The Purloined Millstone by E.A. Spreckman. And it's a great little dark comedy, satire, tongue-in-cheek thing. You know, doesn't take itself too seriously. But the other part of the business is Clean Slate Films distribution. Now, the way it works is Clean Slate Films is interested in getting as many people into the theater as possible. What a bizarre concept, but people don't quite get that these days because everything is niche markets. We have people catering to I don't know, name something, anything, any small group, and people cater to that, and they get their films made. They get money from people who are also interested in that niche market, and so you get things about I'm sorry, but very depressing movies like movies about Alzheimer's disease, and so anyone, if you want to make an Alzheimer's movie, you can do that. It's probably pretty easy to get financing. Getting financing is never easy, but if you're making a film like that that has that appeal to just appeal from people who have the disease or families who have the disease, where there are institutions set up to help people cope with the disease. You'll get your film made, and you can have people instantly interested in helping you. And it's not too hard to get people interested in a film like that, getting it made. And also you'll get a lot of sponsorships, fiscal sponsorships, and grants are dedicated to people who are seen as helping bring attention to things like that. What I'm trying to do is entertain people. And it's, making comedies. And believe it or not, as much as you'd think it would be easy to get something like that financed, it is not, because all the money is going to people who are seen as helping society. And in my opinion, what could help society more than making people laugh? So if your focus is on getting an entertaining movie made, and you would like to have help with that, getting it distributed, maybe helping find funding, my job is to put together resources for you to get your film made and to get it distributed. If you are interested in getting more people into the theater and not keeping people out. Now, in my opinion, what is keeping people out? What keeps people out, I think, is just having gratuitous anything, gratuitous sex and violence and whatever. Now, I'm not a prude. I love watching Quentin Tarantino movies. I like Kevin Smith, and I like watching those films, but not everyone does. In fact, I've got a funny story. It's embarrassing now, and I apologize to somebody who I've traumatized. There are probably several people who I'm traumatized. But I would take girls on a date to see Natural Born Killers. I thought that movie was fabulous. I still do. But I took at least 2 or 3 girls to go on a date to see Natural Born Killers in the theater, and I think I traumatized all of them. And so my apologies to you. You know who you are. But I've learned my lesson now, and I will watch those movies. I will not produce those movies, and I will not distribute those movies. People need something that they can look and see a name, and that name is going to be Clean Slate Films. People need something where they can see a name on a movie and say, I know I can go to that film. And whether I like the subject or not doesn't matter, but I know it's not going to disgust me, insult my intelligence, or gross me out. So that's what we're all about. Am I censoring people? Absolutely not. Make any movie you want to make. I don't care. But if you can get Paramount or Universal or somebody to distribute your film, good for you. If it's great, let me know. I'll go see it. But we are going to produce films that you wouldn't be embarrassed to take your grandmother to or whatever. But it's not family-friendly films necessarily. I don't know if it's hard to describe this concept because people are in the mindset that, oh, if it's inoffensive, that means it's junk. And it means that it's something that the kids would like, but I'm not going to, grab the guys and go out and see this great movie. I intend to put an end to that mindset, and I'm doing it slowly, one person at a time. If you're watching this video, I hope that you can get it. And if you get it, you got it. Good for you. And spread the word to other people, because I think we can make films that people will want to see and they won't miss that stuff. You can, again, you can make a movie like, say, Minority Report. It's a great movie. Steven Spielberg, Tom Cruise. And the film itself is a great sci-fi action film. And there are just a couple scenes in it that, and again, you would not miss those. A little gross out scene where he goes to the refrigerator and he can't see, so he grabs his stuff out of the fridge that have been sitting, past date for years or whatever, and eats them. Real funny. Thanks, Steven Spielberg. But it just to gross out, cheap laughs, and then another scene where this couple mid-coitus is getting scanned by these little spider creatures that scan for identification. An interesting scene. I get your point, but we can make an entire film without things that would keep people from coming to the theater, and they would recognize Clean Slate Films and say, I will go see that film because I know it's not going to disgust me or insult me. Simple as that. And again, break through that mindset that, oh, this is some prude out there making films, making Christian films or whatever. And yes, I'm a Christian, but that's not the kind of films I make. I'm a Christian filmmaker, not a Christian filmmaker. So, all right, well, there'll be more. I'll explain it more to you. If you have any questions, leave comments, and get involved. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Clean Slate Films. Follow me, and we'll walk through this. If you're a filmmaker, awesome. Welcome aboard. I will help you get your film made if it's something that we can work with. Short films. I have there's a possibility for us to get short films in theaters for people to watch short films again. Back in the day, there would be a short film, there would be a cartoon, and then we'd have the feature film. There's no reason we can't have that today. So stick with me. We're going to make a difference. All right. Enjoy.